All right, people, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining us in another one here on the coach's desk. We are trusting that everybody is doing well and everybody is doing all right. No, this is going to be a serious conversation, and I mean, you see the title, you see me? But before we get into the details, let's hear from our sponsors.
Taste Jamaica now with Ketchup Vibe Jerk Sauce.
Our signature jerk sauce is a bold blend of sweet heat, Jamaican herbs.
How that jerk sauce taste, Charlie? Yeah. That Ketchup Vibe sauce.
This is Dan Boyz. I'm represent the Ketchup Vibe. A whole heap of sauce out there. But we have the better vibe. Hot!
All right, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. I just hope that everybody is doing well and everybody is doing all right, like I said earlier. So if you want to get the better vibes, just link me up and me link you with the people for the better vibes. So with that said, people, let's delve into what we want to talk about, because this conversation is very tricky. You know, while on the stream, right? While on the stream for the World Championship, I see several persons putting in the comment section, "Coach, is Bryan Levell going to Turkey? Is Bryan Levell going to Turkey?" I mean, I said, I don't know about that. Seeing, but I guess they would have heard something. They said they hear it on a stream. So we just leave it there because we want the whole team to focus on, the championship. And I just left it there. However, I can recall on June 24, I published a video, right? I published a video about Bryan Levell. He speed or sprint past Turkey's offer, right? And that was the title of that video, June 24, 2025, this year. Just before the championship, there are a lot of things happening. People going to Turkey, people leaving for Turkey, rumors talking about persons going to be going to Turkey because of a certain vibe and treatment that they would have gotten from the federation. You understand? And we understand that Bryan Levell would have been one of them that was contacted, but he declined the offer for whatever reason. And there were other top athletes that were, approached for, them going to Turkey. And the fact of the matter is that we have not heard about some of these situations to date. All right. But in the championship, like I said, I've seen people asking me the question in the chat, and I was like, hold up. But I finally realized where these people got it from. They got it from the BBC commentary, where the commentator Steve Cram said that there's rumors that Bryan Levell might represent Turkey in the future. And I'm wondering, why was this rehashed at this particular time of the season when he was representing Jamaica? Because remember, he was initially courted by them, and they would have turned it down. But I'm hearing a lot of things, people, a lot of rumors that, of course, in the initial part of it, when I made the video that he speed past Turkey's offer, I heard that the coach was also being courted. They wanted the coach, to be the head of sprints in Turkey, and they would have to take Bryan Levell. So I don't know what transpired there. I don't know what would have caused this conversation to rehash by Steve Cram, that commentator on the BBC stream. It was at a point where the youngster was competing. People were focusing on representing the country. People were focused on, but from what I know, is that the voice that it was spoken about from what I understand, is that this man is very close to certain situation. You understand? And he will not utter anything if it is not true or if it is not close to the truth. But for me, I could be wrong, but the initial information I get is that he's not going. I don't know what can change or what could have changed over that period of time. You understand? But the fact is that Bryan Levell is still representing Jamaica. And if this were to happen, it would have been a big surprise to me, because when I look at the timeline, he just represented Jamaica at the championship, won himself a bronze medal, first final winning a medal. That is incredible. Then he would have missed the 2028 Olympic Games, because he would need actually 3 years for the processing. And of course, you know that the J3s would have lobbied, with the council at the World Athletics to ensure that things like these can have proper streamline, proper ethics, and all of these things, so that people don't just come and recruit athletes without having any ties to the particular countries. So that in itself would have probably, I don't know the outcome of that to date. I don't know what they would have arrived at where that is concerned. But the fact of the matter is, Bryan Levell is a Jamaican, and I'm not sure. And like I said, people, facts can change. I mean, a lot can happen since June 24 until now. We are now in September 24. So that's 3 months. Several things can transpire over that 3 months period. You understand? That's actually a quarter. You get to me? I said. So for me, I believe that Bryan Levell will remain a Jamaican. I believe that Bryan Levell will remain true to his Jamaican roots. Somebody might say, but him can still leave and he's true to his Jamaican roots. He's just represented another country. But as it stands, how Bryan Levell is performing now, I don't think he has any competition in the 200 meters right now. He's the leading personnel in the 200 meters. He basically lift back the 200 meters where Jamaica is concerned. And I do believe that he has the propensity to, be a stellar 100-meter, 200-meter sprinter. You understand? He's strong. He's able to, run fast in the 200. He's able to also run fast in the in the 100 meters. He has a 9.8. I think he can go 9.7, and he has a 19.6. And I certainly believe that he can go faster than that as well. So there are a lot of things that can play in the future. But I believe that Bryan Levell will remain a Jamaican representative where track and field is concerned. You understand? So as Steve Cram said, it is a rumor, and we heard that from June, and we dispel it and debunk it. So I don't know why it was rehashed at that particular time. Are there new talks? I am not aware of it. But what I know is that the initial thing was that he's not interested. So, like I also said, there are several athletes that are still being courted by Turkey. We don't know what the off season might bring. We don't know where they are in their process, or what J3 would have come up with. Let's see how that one play out. But you can tell me your thoughts about this one. You think Bryan Levell are gonna leave us hanging there? That would be a low blow. That would be a jab below the belt. That would be a punch below the weight class. You understand? So we just hope say whatever is transpiring. I know that the dollar figure might seem like a massive one, and the offer might be so incredible. But I mean, if you turn it down once, him can do it twice. I hope it is no new offer. You get what I said? But big up on yourself, people. Stay safe. Until next time.